Welcome to ChartMill. I've just updated the paper trading sheet, the paper trading account on my Twitter page. And maybe you have already noticed, but there are 3 new setups. And I thought it would be better to just make a quick video instead of just showing the 3 new charts. So without further ado, let's have a look. 3 new setups, Dash, Lee and AFL. And actually Lee is a first add-on because Lee is already in port in the account. It is a first buy at 8th of November, 396.52. So let's have a look at the current chart. I'm going to use this drawing tool. So Lee clearly in a stage 2 uptrend. Some big volume blocks, signs of accumulation by big institutions. And on the daily chart, my first entry was on the 8th of November. This candle, just above this resistance level. That's actually an ascending triangle, so a volatility contraction pattern. And after yesterday, what we see now is a bullish flag. Volume is declining. So clearly a volatility contraction. So I'm going to try to add to the position if the high of this candle can be taken out. So the high is at 410.92 and my entry for an add-on is 411.09 with a limit at 411.29. And this setup corresponds to the filters 2A and 2B. And I will show you what I mean by that. This is my personal stock screener page, and if I open my stock screener filters, so I have added all the different Mark Minervini screens as shortcuts to my page. So for Lee it's 2A and 2B. So if I select 2B, I'm going to change this to overview table. So normally Lee should be in it. It's over here, Lee. So 2B and 2B, those different filters are explained in this article. This is the first article I wrote about Mark Minervini, his book, 2 books actually. So the basic screen 2 is a earnings per share growth quarter to quarter at least 25% and earnings per share acceleration at least 2 quarters. And for Lee, also those 2 options are met. So screen 2A, there was an earnings per share surprise, at least 2 beats in the last 4 quarters, and also an earnings per share next quarter revision of at least 4%. So those abbreviations just mean that. And that's the beauty of Mark Minervini's strategy. He's combining technical and fundamental analysis. So once again, let's take a look at the chart. So on the left, the daily chart, on the right, the weekly chart. By the way, this is the trend template by Mark Minervini. So for the daily, this is the green line is the 200 daily moving average. The pink one is the 150 simple moving average. And finally, the blue one is the 50 daily moving average. And to the right on the weekly chart, we have also plotted 2 moving averages, weekly moving averages. A 30 simple moving average, that's the red one, which corresponds to the 150 daily moving average, and then the yellow one is a 40 weekly moving average that corresponds to the 200 daily moving average on the daily, which is the green line. So as I've already stated, we're going to try a second entry just above this level, above the high of 410.92. The second setup, new setup, is Dash. Opening the charts once again, showing you the stage 2. It's a rather early stage 2 advance, a very premature stage 2. A big gap up, begin November. Those were earning results, third quarter. A nice controlled retracement. Rather low volume and a strong V-shaped reversal, always a very good sign. And also in this case a tight range, and yesterday's close, the last session, remarkably higher volume, which is always a good sign. So I'm going to try to take a first position if price can get above the high of this last candle, which is 96.01. So I've set an entry at 96.52 with a limit at 0.70 and a first stop loss at 19.88. So that's just below this breakout candle. And it would be a follow through of this early stage 2. And then the last one, AFL, a very nice volatility contraction pattern. Again, on the weekly chart, a clear uptrend. And I will show you what I mean by that volatility contraction pattern. So this is a symmetrical triangle pattern, as they say. First contraction, second contraction, and the third contraction. As you can see, it's getting tighter, volume declines. So once again, in this case, I'm going to try to enter a position as soon as price can get above 82.71, and I think my entry is at 82.77. Yes, 82.77 with a limit on at 82.90, and this ticker corresponds to 2B and 2C. 2B is earnings revision, at least 4%, and C is a sign of improving profit margins. So those are the fundamental reasons why we enter. Together with the trend template is the reason that we try to enter a first position. So actually, as of today, there are 6 open positions. Yesterday, the last one, BRZE, was triggered, and we have 5 pending setups. So the next update on my Twitter account will be after today's close. So one last tip, if you want to use the same filter screens as in my personal account, so if you want to enter the same filter screens in your personal account, it can be done rather easily, and I've explained it in the first Minervini video, part 1, trend template and fundamental filters, which is available on our website under the documentation tab, videos, but I will also put a link in the description below this video.